Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Flow Frequency Collective. I'm Monique Renee, and it's another Monday astrology and tarot forecast for women entrepreneurs, women leaders, anyone who wants a little bit of guidance to begin the week ahead. So for those of you new to the Flow Frequency Collective, we talk everything flow here. And for those of you interested in having a dashboard to help you connect with those energies that are supporting you this year, asking you to grow and develop in a particular way, you'll want to get my Flow Roadmap, and you can do that by becoming a founding member. There are more details here in the page, and welcome. So most of you know that what we do on Monday, we start with our pick a card reading. And so I'm going to pick two cards for those of you who select message number 1, and 2 cards for those of you selecting message number 2. So I've shuffled quite a bit. Let's go ahead and take a moment, take a deep breath in. Tune into our hearts. And from that heart space, which message is calling you? Message number 1 or message number 2? Go ahead and choose. And let's see what messages show up for you today. All right, so this is for those of you selecting message number 1. Show me the first card. There's a lot of intense energy in the skies this week. We're going to talk about that. Beautiful. Now let's get message number 2. Okay, that's too many. Message, there we go. That one wants to pop. And then let's go with this one. All right. Bottom of the deck, Hermit. Some of you are going to need that Hermit energy this week. I know I will, with the intensity in the stars. All right, so for those of you who chose card message number 1, you've got the Knight of Cups and you've got the King of Wands. Look how beautiful those cards are. Okay, so what I'm sensing is this is a week of harnessing your inner power, your truth. We're going to talk a lot about power and truth this week. With the King of Wands, there's no doubt, right? So if this is a personal message for you, you want to tap into your king, right? And I love how the crow is up on his 7th chakra, just kind of probably tapping, tapping the chakra and say, open up, right? Listen to the higher message that wants to come in for you. That's going to align you with your power, okay? With your truth. That's going to allow you to sit within that power, okay? And in doing so, with the King of Cups, it's an act of self-love, okay? These messages this week for me are going to be more personal because of the intensity of what's happening. That being said, there is also an opportunity for love and connection and partnership, okay? So for some of you, this is about loving yourself. Okay, this is about tuning into your power. Where are you harnessing your power, and where might you be giving it away and you can pull it back into you? Because it's going to give you that spark of creativity, that that love that fuels everything, that fuels our passion, that fuels our ideas, right? So there's a harnessing of internal energy for many of you. For others of you, there is love, okay? There is a message of love, an act of love coming your way. And for many of you, the person that's giving you that message of love or coming toward you is potentially a fire sign, potentially a Leo, if we're looking at the astrology. And this could also be a mature person in their 40s and 50s, someone extremely entrepreneurial, very powerful in the way they operate. They have a lot of confidence, and there's a lot of passion with this connection. Okay, so some of you, it is a love message. So putting that out there, but since many of you who watch my channel are entrepreneurs, are business owners, executives in corporations, we want to harness that inner power as well. And we're always looking for ways to do that. So that message is there for all of you. For those of you selecting message number 2, there's, what I'm sensing is a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of betrayal, wanting to understand perhaps what happened in a relationship. Okay. So some of you may have been through a little bit of heartbreak recently, or you're experiencing heartbreak now. Now, in the business sense, it could be a little bit of betrayal. Someone who said they were going to do something or be there for you in a way and they weren't. It could have been a disagreement or an argument where harsh words were exchanged and it just didn't feel good. Okay. So, because you've got the 3 of Swords and you also have the 7 of Swords. Okay. And the 7 of Swords for many is, being strategic so that you don't get hurt, being strategic so that someone doesn't take advantage of you, right? So there could have been, or there may be, an instance of betrayal, of being taken advantage of, either in your personal life or in your business life. Okay, and the message here generally is, try to clear your thoughts of those things that are thoughts that are self-harming, that are not going to serve you. Also, protect your heart. Okay, so like the cougar in this photo, they are eyes wide open, paying attention, really looking at the landscape to make sure that they only participate with individuals that they can trust. So trust has been broken, and you're going to be cautious about who you engage with, and are they someone that you can trust? Is there integrity there? Okay, and this kind of matches some of the energy that's showing up this week. Okay, some of you may also be in a healing process. Okay, in a healing process and trying to get back your power from that incident. So those are the messages for this week with tarot. Now, astrology. I'm calling this week the deep dive. All I can say is I want to get to the 10th already. I want to get to Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day for those of you listening. The 10th is a beautiful, beautiful day. The moon is going into Pisces. It's just, it's a heart filling. It's going with the flow. It's connecting with our higher selves. All of that beautiful energy. The sun is semi-sextiling Venus. Venus, of course, is the goddess of love. She's the goddess of beauty. So we're going to be feeling a lot of that energy. We're going to want to look beautiful. We're going to want to experience beauty and delicious things, extravagant things on that Mother's Day. Venus is also sextiling Jupiter on the 10th. So it's just this beautiful, expansive, abundant energy that is showing up on the 10th. The sun is sextiling Jupiter as well. So let's just go to the 10th. Okay, so I've already given you a peek into what the 10th, maybe the 11th and 12th are going to feel like. The beginning of the week, today, the Mercury is semi-sextiling Neptune, which is also a beautiful energy. It's a very artistic energy, a very creative energy. Today is a great day to dream, to create, to communicate from your heart and your soul, right? To put on music, to dance, to do anything artistic and creative. Okay, so you have permission to do that today, to start the week with that energy. Take a little bit of a break and really feel into that energy. Our mind may feel like super on fire, great ideas, harness that energy. There is a little bit of tension between Mars and Jupiter, but Jupiter always brings luck and abundance and the opportunity for expansion, right? So take action, even if it's just in a small way, toward something that is going to feel expansive for you, moving you forward in your life, in your purpose, especially because of the Mercury semi-sextiling Neptune. Okay, so there's an energy of creativity and taking action on something today that's going to move you forward toward your dreams, expand you. Okay, there's communication involved, right? So some of you, if you're writing a book, work on that. If you're working on a signature talk, work on that today. These are, with Jupiter and Mercury at play, there's an opportunity to work on things that are going to expand and share our message. Okay. On the 5th, tomorrow, Tuesday, the moon goes into Capricorn. Okay. So, it's a little more realistic. It's a little more grounded. It's, we're going to want to do some deeper work, making sure that the work that we're doing is going to grow for us, is going to bring us, the tangible things that we need to move forward in our life, to feel stable and steady. So the moon, our hearts and souls want to feel stable and steady and do realistic, practical things tomorrow on Tuesday. Together with that energy, Mercury is squaring Pluto. So we may feel just a little bit stuck in our hearts, in our minds rather. Pluto is the depth, right? Pluto wants to go deep, and it wants to look at the truth, and it wants to look at our power. And it's also very creative. Pluto energy is extremely creative, but it's more psychological and transformative energy. So the 5th is going to feel a little bit more deep. Okay. And we're going to be dealing with themes around speaking our truth, our integrity, making sure that we're in alignment and that we're working on the right things that are going to move us forward, and not just being fanciful with our thoughts, which is today. Okay, so you may feel a little bit more contracted, but it's a good day to work on solid things that are going to feel good and tangible for you. Okay, especially talking to my business owners, to my entrepreneurs. Okay, Wednesday the 6th, Pluto goes into retrograde again. It's going to go from 5 degrees in Aquarius to about 3 degrees in Aquarius between now and October. It's a long period of time. Okay, this is going to be a subtle feeling that is going to call us inward and deep, which is why I'm calling it the deep dive this week. I also got the image of a compass in my mind, right? Like we're working with that compass to align ourselves in the right direction of our souls. Okay. Pluto is very much psycho-spiritual. We may go deep into our psyche. We may be healing things, traumas, or things from our childhood. Scorpio energy, Pluto energy loves to do that. Things may come up during this period of time that we want to look at more deeply, heal more deeply, release. Okay. Some of us are going to develop our intuition a little bit more. We're going to develop our psychic skills, our intuitive skills, which is great as a business owner, right? To be able to trust our intuition. This retrograde in Pluto is going to call us in, okay? Other themes that may show up between now and October. We're going to internalize a lot of things. We're going to look at who we trust, who we don't trust. Do we trust ourselves? Why or why not? What is my truth? Where am I operating in integrity? Okay. Where is my power? How am I tapping into my power, stepping into my power? How am I betraying myself? because of my truth, integrity, and power, right? We may also, some of us, if we're not conscious, we may dive into more fearful feelings and ideas and compulsion. So we want to be careful, right? Because Pluto rules compulsivity and addictions and things like that. So we want to process our feelings between now and October, especially with Pluto retrograde. Okay. For some of us, this is going to be a feel good if we're very spiritual, if we're developing our intuitive skills, our psychic skills. This is a wonderful time to dive into that. Okay. And I know some of you out there who listen to me are like me, and we love doing the deep work, and we love connecting with our higher selves and really tapping into our intuition. And this is a wonderful time to be doing that. Okay. Getting the answers that you need from yourself, not necessarily from anybody else, and trusting yourselves. So that is on the 6th. On the 7th, Mercury semi-sextiles Saturn. More of that opportunity to be grounded, to work on the things that are really going to move the needle for us, that are important. It may have to do with being responsible, paying the bills, working on the project that may not feel as good, but it's going to get us the results that we want. Okay. So our minds are going to be, our minds are going to support that. Okay. So really this week, I want you to think about what your priorities are, because the middle of the week is about focusing on your priorities, the things that are going to build that sense of abundance and longevity and stability for you. The 8th, the moon goes into Aquarius. That's good. It's going to lighten the mood a little bit, right? Take us from the depths of Capricorn and the solidness of Capricorn to kind of like the futuristic thinking, community thinking. So the 8th is a great day to go connect with people, connect with community, connect with your ideas, brainstorm, get a little risky, try something different. Okay. Take one of those ideas and move on it. And be a little, I say be with community, but also you can be a little bit selfish with that Aquarius energy, which is focusing on something you really want to focus on. Okay. That could also show up for some of you. It could be a me day with the moon in Aquarius. On the 9th, the moon is in its third quarter phase. So it's squaring the sun. So, again, there's just a little bit of tension there where, our souls want to be in a certain place, but our egos want to be out doing something else. So we just may feel a little bit of a tug and, pull from, the sun wants to do something and the moon wants to do something else. So, we may not have full clarity on the 9th. Okay. So, that being said, I already explained what the 10th is giving us. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. So really enjoy, lean into Sunday. Don't work. Don't think about work. Don't think about business. Just be with yourself. Spend time with the mamas that you love, with your children if they're with you, and just really enjoy the beauty and the expansiveness of this day. So that is the week ahead. Comment below if you have any questions. Let me know how you're feeling. If something resonates with you, I always love hearing from you. Many of you just send me a message in the chat later on in the week because this energy was really palpable and you felt it. So let me know what makes sense for you this week. Always wishing you a beautiful week ahead. Namaste, my friends. See you soon.